Thanks for joining me on my very first video. I'm gonna go over my experience at Anime Boston and kind of like a do's and don'ts of, a first anime con, because this was my first anime convention and first convention in a very long time. So I learned a lot of things. I don't know if I'm entirely the most qualified person when it comes to the big goers and whatnot, but if it's your first time going, I think this is also a good experience for me to share. So to start off, I'm probably going to share some videos and whatnot in between and try to talk over it, because I wish I came a little more prepared on what I was going to share, because if I knew I was going to make a video in the first place, I would have taken a lot more recordings of me while I was there, but it didn't click in my mind to actually do anything until the last day. So I only have vlogging things from the last day, but I am going to share a bunch of videos and pictures I took while I was there. Let's start off with the do's. My number one most important do is to plan ahead, especially with the people that you're going with. So Anime Boston actually releases an itinerary on their official website beforehand. So if you take the time to look at that with your friends, just kind of see what you guys want to do, who wants to do what, and if you guys want to do it together. So we went through each day, and you can click on the little blocks to see what the description of the event is, because some of the titles are a little obscure. So it was really confusing if you just look at it face value. So we went through kind of the times and the events just so things weren't too conflicting. But if one person wanted to do something, they do that. And then if I wanted to prioritize something, we just write it down. Literally anything that you're interested in, just write it down. So I would write into my notes just the event, what time it's at, and then the location, just something super simple. And that way you won't have to sit down during the convention to figure out what you want to do and then have it pass by you. So definitely plan what events you want to see ahead of time. Next up on my list is to bring good friends. And of course, maybe you might be meeting up with someone that you haven't seen in a really long time, or you're just gonna, bring anyone that you can. But personally for me, what made my experience really good is that I brought two of my best friends with me, Dylan and Chris. And what worked really well is that we have very similar personalities. So we weren't butting heads a lot. So if let's say Dylan wanted to do something, we'd tag along because me and Chris we want to see what's up too. But if someone didn't really know what to do, we weren't worried about saying oh, but hey, I actually want to do this, or let's go to the dealer's room or the artist alley. Someone would come up with ideas. So I think that your experience definitely is, dependent upon who you're bringing with you. Because you don't want to bring someone that's going to make your life a little harder. You don't want to bring someone that's going to it has to be my way or no way. You have to do what I want to do, blah, blah, blah. You don't want to bring someone that's so aggressive or not willing to do what you want to do. But you also don't want to bring someone that's just I don't know, doesn't want to do anything. So try to find a good balance of friends, people that you're close with, or you can crack jokes with. I don't think I would have had such a great experience if it weren't for my besties. So shout out to them. I definitely recommend everyone to try new things while you're there. Anime Boston literally has so many different events that can get you involved, or I remember that there was a a voice acting type of event that I really wanted to go to, but it was conflicting with something else I wanted to do. But I know that they would pick on the crowd to try voice acting themselves or whatnot. Personally for me, one of my biggest things was that I actually got to participate in the open mic karaoke. So they would have a little sign up sheet in the room, and you just sign up for your name. They put your name on a Google Doc, and then you go up and sing the song that you wanted to sing. So I am a huge fan of singing and a huge fan of anime, so I figured, oh my gosh, I definitely want to try singing in front of people for once, because I do sing by myself, but I've never sang in front of people. So I wanted to try something and challenge myself to do something new, and that was one of them, standing up on stage and singing in front of people. I know that Anime Boston offers many opportunities for you to kind of showcase your cosplay. They have cosplay fashion walks, they have the masquerade you can participate in. Seriously, this is one of the events where you can really just be yourself, do what you want. You have everyone being supportive of you. No one's going to make fun of you. Everyone's very cool. So if you want a safe space to do things, this is the safe space to do it. Bring lots of money. Bring a lot of it. My mistake is that I didn't save enough money. I didn't save enough money for this convention. So I ended up having to borrow some, which is a little embarrassing to admit, but I'm just saying, save up money for this event because the dealer's room is really expensive and you will see a lot of things that you like. So I wanted to go home with like 1 or 2 figurines. Those figurines cost like 60 to 100 freaking bucks. I don't have that type of money. So I had to turn away. I had to turn away and be like, no, I can't get it. I don't have the money. So if I had the money, I would have bought it, but I didn't save up the money because don't know why I didn't save money for this event. I should have saved more, but the dealer's room does ship a lot of things from Japan, and it is conveniently all in one place, so I guess that's what you're kind of paying for in a way. But I'm telling you, keychains were literally $20, posters ran up $20. Like $20 was like the average. You were lucky to find things that were like under 15, then good for you, because I could barely find that many things. Now, on the flip side, the artist alley actually had so many awesome like art. Like you'd be blown away by the art that they have down there. Things are a little bit cheaper since it's drawn by a smaller business or drawn by people and it's not official merch, but you will want a lot of it because it's cheaper. So as compared to the dealer's room that had $20 keychains, you can get $15, $12 keychains at the artist alley. And the artist alley also has a bunch of sales like, oh, if you buy 2 of these, you can get it for $20 instead of paying for 1, which is like a lot more. So there are a lot of deals and you're gonna wanna spend a lot of money and you're also gonna wanna support the artists there. So definitely bring money. And also the food there is really expensive. So keep that in mind too. Always eat. Okay, next up on my list is take charge. If you wanna do it, then do it. Make sure you communicate that with your friends if you want to do something, because you don't want to just like go there and do what everyone else is doing and not be able to go to what you want to do and whatnot. I also want everyone to be able to do what they want to do and get to what they want to get to, even if it's not with me. We can always separate, we can do things together, it's whatever. Just always communicate what you want to do, because if you don't tell someone that you want to do something, no one's going to know, and you're going to miss the opportunity to take that chance to go to that panel or watch this or watch that, you know? So if you need to see this event, go see that event. Like for me, I told my friends, I said, hey, I really want to, do some karaoke. Would you guys mind if like I sign up? And then, I mean, you can watch me if you want, or you can go look for food, it's whatever, but I just want to let you know that I'm going to do this at this time. And then they were fine with it. Like, if you want to do something, you got to do it. If I didn't tell my friends I wanted to go to karaoke, they wouldn't have known. And I can't blame them. So seriously, if you want to do something, please, please, please tell your friends, or tell your friends that you want to go do it. That way you're not missing out on something for your first experience at Anime Boston or any convention. Next is to bring snacks and drinks. So most of the events is like, I mean, you don't want to bring like an open drink in case you like spill it, but like I'm talking about like water or like a water bottle, or snacks or like a granola, something small or like something big. I don't know, just bring food, because they charge like $8 for like little sandwiches at the anime convention. You can get food at like the Prudential or the mall that's near, like that's in it too. But honestly, like I really wish I just brought snacks, because like you're walking around all day, you're gonna get dehydrated. I literally walked like 6 miles on each of the days and I was so tired, like ridiculously tired. And I really wish that we had like snacks or food instead of, what the hell's that? The piano downstairs. Ugh. Anywho, bring snacks and bring water, because you will need it. You're gonna get tired, you're gonna get hungry, and sometimes you don't want to have to go out and just like buy a whole meal for yourself, and you don't want to waste money on small things. Literally just bring a granola bar or something, because I should have brought stuff to eat and I regret it, and now I'm short like 20 bucks because of it. So bring stuff with you, save your money, save your time, stay hydrated, and eat. And I think for right now, my final note would definitely be to get the passes ahead of time. So I didn't know that a lot of the events had to have like passes on you. For example, like the Asuka concert oh my gosh, I gotta talk about the Asuka concert. It was a really great time, but I really wish that we knew to get passes ahead of time, because you are basically guaranteed like the upper seats if you get the pass, and then there's still seats at the concert, but it's not guaranteed for you. So if people end up lining up and taking up all those spots, like you're not getting in. So I wish I got the pass ahead of time. I didn't know. I got there late. So another thing is also that I mean, I ended up getting a chance to go in and still getting a decent seat anyways, but really I had to go through a process of asking like 4 billion people about like the concert. I didn't even know there was a pass needed. And another thing about the pass is that passes are on the 3rd floor. Events are like on the 1st floor. So I literally had to walk back and forth, trying to figure out this information. Even for the masquerade, the little skit thing that they do on Saturday, I did not know that you needed a pass. And I literally was going to walk in because I saw that people were starting to get into the masquerade event and like line up. And the little staff lady was like, if you have no pass, then you can't enter. You don't have a pass. And I was like, oh. So I walked all the way upstairs. So I walked all the way upstairs and I was like, damn, they don't even have passes on here. It's on the 2nd floor. They were like, oh, the sign on the 3rd floor goes, if you need passes, they're gonna be in this room all the way downstairs. So we went from downstairs to upstairs, back to downstairs, and then around the corner, left, right. Long story short, we managed to get those stupid passes and went in. I don't know why they really need passes. It's the freaking auditorium, but hey, they thought they were gonna sell out or something. I don't know. But I was just pissed because we're already tired. We're trying to get to this event and we find out we have to walk back up downstairs, go out everywhere. Like I'm like tired, you know, like, and now I have to like do all this walking at like 8 p.m. trying to get into this event that I didn't know needed a pass. Please, if you know that your event needs a pass, get the pass ahead of time. And don't be like me walking up and down the stairs and freaking out about whether I'd be able to get in or not, because I was actually really worried about the Asuka concert because my friends and I weren't able to get passes. And I mean, like I said, things worked out. It was fine, but it was really nerve-wracking. So save yourself the time and the anxiety and the worry and just get those passes ahead of time if you know that you need them. Now I'm going to go on to the latter half of the don'ts. Obvious one to start off is don't be disrespectful to people. You know, like I said, this is a safe space and you need to contribute to that safe space. Obviously some things might be a little cringy, some things might make you turn heads a little bit, but at the end of the day, just like try to be respectful of people. You never know what their backstory is. You never know like what they might be up, like what might be going on. Like you just kind of got to be respectful no matter what. You don't be a hater. Just don't be a hater. If something bothers you, just look away, honestly. And of course, respect is a big thing. You know, be courteous of people around you. Don't be ramming into people. There is a lot of people at that event. Like, you just got to be courteous of like who you're walking into. Like, just mannerism is really important. I feel like, you know, you shouldn't be inconveniencing the people around you. We're all here to have a good time, and you want to be part of that good time. So, yeah. Next up on the don'ts list is don't be afraid to ask for pictures. One of my biggest regrets of my AB experience was not being able to ask everyone for pictures. So on the first day, Friday, I saw a lot of really great cosplays, but I was like really shy about asking like, hey, can I get a photo of you or with you or whatever? I was so scared. I was so scared of tapping someone's shoulder. I was scared about like calling out their character's name. Like I was so nervous. So I would literally like I'd walk up to them and I'd see them. I'd be like, and I'd turn right around because I was so nervous. And then I didn't get a photo with them and I never saw them again. So if you want that photo, you ask for that photo, because 1000% most of the time they will say yes. If you're not interrupting something, they will say yes. Yeah, so I saw some cosplays and I didn't take photos with them because I was so nervous, and now I don't have pictures with them. But my goal for the next following day on Saturday was to gain the courage, get the courage to ask them for photos. And that's why Saturday and Sunday I have a lot more photos with cosplayers, whereas Friday I was a lot more you know, shy. So I couldn't get any photos with them. Do not be afraid to ask. Just ask nicely, ask politely, and I'm sure that they will let you take a photo, because, you know, you may not see them again. So you don't want to regret not being able to get that photo with them like I did. So yes, feel free to ask for photos. Even with like me and Chris, like people asked for our photos and we were so down. In fact, it made us feel really happy. Like, damn, our cosplay is that good that you want to take a photo with us? Okay, paparazzi. Anywho, so then, yes. So please ask for photos if you want them. Next up, don't be boring. Don't be boring, especially for the concert. Now, I'm gonna let you in on some details about the Asuka concert. So, like I said, my friends and I got decent seats. We're kind of further in the back, but hey, that's what we can get when we didn't get the passes. So my friends and I were decently kind of in the middle towards the back, and we were a little far from the stage. And I was like, this is fine. I mean, we can still see the stage, I guess. So then I was like, okay, it's fine. Let's just cheer from here. We'll have a good time from here. And no one around us was even clapping. Like, they weren't even clapping. I was so pissed. Like, I get it. You're not the type to scream and like woo woo. You know, like I'm that type. I'm loud. I like to get lit. I like to have fun. And I want to show the artist my appreciation. It's freaking Asuka. Like, it's Asuka. She flew here from Japan to perform in this like hotel already. Like, the scenery is already a little okay. It's like the least you can do is like, you know, be upbeat. You know, make her show her that you want her to be here. And the fact that people weren't even like clapping with her, they were just sitting like this. Like, go home then, go home. So I was pissed because I'm literally like in the sea of people, aside from like me and my friends, whatever. Like we're bumping our fists, we're having fun, we're screaming, we're yelling, and literally everyone else around us was just dead. And I was so annoyed because of that, because one, I'm like kind of embarrassing myself by being the only person being loud in the back here. Secondly, I'm a huge fan of Asuka. So why would I want to be all the way in the back in the first place? But hey. So what I did was I said, I can't take it anymore. I can't sit here. I can't sit here with these people. So I walked out of the room and then came back like 2 minutes later. And then I snuck around the side of the concert, and then I snuck to the front. But don't tell anyone. But I snuck to the front because I want to get lit with the people in the front who are actually screaming and who are actually like being fun and like who are actually cheering her on. Like, I want to be part of that. So why should I be stuck in the back with these lamos, with these people who are not cheering, and being like the only one having fun in the back? Like, I want to show my appreciation, so I'm gonna go up to the front. I'm gonna go have fun. And I swear, I caught her pointing at me once in a while. It felt real good. But seriously, like, be fun. Don't be afraid to cheer. Don't be afraid to be a little loud. Like, you're trying to show your appreciation for the performer. Be a little loud. That's what they want. So even for like the K-pop battles, like I wish more people were clapping. It was actually more lit than the freaking concert, if anything. The K-pop battles, it was a lot of fun. One of my favorite events, by the way. But seriously, have fun, be loud. Another thing that people don't really think about is like eating and taking breaks. And I know it sounds crazy because obviously like you have to eat, like you have to make time to eat, like you're gonna get hungry, you're gonna get tired, blah blah blah. But when you have so many things like circulating and stimulating your brain, you don't really think to like stop and eat or like stop and take a break. Like, it's like go, like this is the next thing. But seriously, take the time to just kind of like sit on the side of the walls and like take a little break, debrief. Your feet are gonna hurt, you're gonna get tired, your calves are gonna start shaking, like you are probably gonna do the most I did the most walking I've ever done like all year. Like, take a break, drink some water. Sometimes you're also gonna get really overwhelmed. So I actually almost had a panic attack because there were so many people on Saturday and it was so chaotic. Like, it's really nerve-wracking when people are like walking all around you and like almost like hovering over you in a way, and like you have like no space to breathe, and it's like kind of hot, and like you're walking around, it's just like way too many people. Like it was a lot. So at some point I kind of said to my friends, I was like, hey, like I kind of need to step out for a second because I think I'm gonna have a panic attack from how many people are here. And they were like, yeah, that's fine, like we actually are really hungry right now too, so let's go out for a little bit, get some fresh air and whatnot. So we were able to step out, get some food, go outside of the convention a little bit. Seriously, like step out and get some air, because there is a lot of people, especially on Saturdays jam-packed. Like if you need that space, you got to get that space, because you're going to be surrounded by people all day and it's a lot. So take a break and eat. Wear comfortable shoes. I cannot stress enough, you're going to be walking a lot. I walked 6 miles and half of my events were sitting down. Like I'm supposed to be sitting down half of this time. So for me to be walking 6 miles in the day, like not even considering the part that I'm like sitting down half the time, it's a lot. It's a lot of walking. And I made the mistake, I mean, it was cute. I made the mistake of wearing like my Mary Jane shoes with my outfit, because I figured, oh my God, schoolgirl, like I'm gonna wear my Mary Janes. And I wore those, and they have like this big of a wedge on it. So the balls of my feet, so much pressure was going to the toes and the balls of my feet that I literally could not like stand towards the end of the day. And at that point I was literally like regretting. I was like, I should have brought my sneakers, like my feet hurt so much, like this is cute and all, but like not cute for how I'm feeling right now. So the next day on Saturday, thank God, I changed plans and I put my sneakers on, because I was like, my feet are still hurting. So I said, okay, I'm going to wear my sneakers today. I don't care if it makes my outfit a little off, whatever. I'm gonna wear my sneakers. So I wore my sneakers, and chef's kiss. I was able to walk a lot more. I mean, my feet still hurt from being on foot all day, but if I was in those Mary Janes all weekend, I'm telling you, I probably would have had to been in a wheelchair, because it was that hard to like walk in after some time. So even if your cosplay, it might ruin, like make your cosplay look a little off, I think being comfortable is more important, to me at least. So bring sneakers, bring running shoes. You're gonna be on your feet, so be comfortable. Thank you for watching my video. I'm sorry it was so long. I had to squeeze in like 3 days worth of things into one video, so I also talk a lot as well. But thank you guys for watching. I'm actually going to include some bonus clips at the end. It's just me vlogging on the day of. But anywho, thank you guys so much. See you later. It's the last day of the convention. My friends. I'm not cosplaying today, but my outfit's still really cute. Chris still cosplaying as Spike. He's having a good time. Dylan's Dylan. We're late. We're late for our maid cafe reservation, because I may have taken a little too long to get ready. But hello, we're at day 3, and then we also met up with Ashley and Daniel, and we're about to go to, where are we going? Oh, the cosplay fashion walk that we're actually late to. Oops, I shouldn't have ran. Okay, and there's Christopher. Oh, it doesn't flip. This is Christopher. Mr. Christopher Men. Mr. Men.